that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. Walking up the stairs, feel like I made it. Promiscuous woman, she in the dirtiest streets. You know what I'm saying? She doing the thing, that thing banging, that thing banging, that thing banging, that thing banging. You can't walk a mile in these Louboutins. Can't take her home to mom, knowing she don't belong. All she need is a dog, getting his bone. Let me find out that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. Bang, 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 bang. Dirty slut bitch. Anything goes. Promiscuous hoe, she out here in the dirty streets. I'm in the dirty streets. You know what I'm saying? She doing a thing. That thing banging. That thing banging. That dirty slut bitch. Anything goes. Promiscuous hoe, she out here in the dirty streets. I mean the dirty streets. You know what I'm saying? She doing that thing. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. You can't walk a mile in these Louboutins. You can't take her home to mom, knowing she don't belong. All she need is a dog, getting his bone. Let me find out that thing. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. That thing banging. Let me find out that thing. Let me find out that thing. Let me find out that thing, 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 thing. Step in, take a seat, bring your mind to the table. No need to raise your voice just to prove that you're able. We build, not break.
Every point that we make,
Let it breathe.
let it land, give and take.
You speak, I listen, no rush to reply. Let the silence.
What's up,
sit,
guys?
let tension pass by. No
I want to say, I always get this comment. Who's the music by? Check him out.
Knowing a no loser inside.
Check him out. Evo Eddie.
In the depth of the night,
Great composer.
sharpened thought, not the blade of
Great
pride.
producer.
Let the truth decide.
Respectful debate, elevate the mind. Different views, but the tone stays kind. Turn the heat down, let the light come through. Best conversations come from me and you.
Okay, guys, what is up? What is up? What's up, guys? So, I am going to do I just recently saw this. A video by Oprah, right? But on dating, right? So I wanted to check it out. Right? I mean, I talk about men and women dynamics a lot, so I want to check what she has to say. Laughing man, what is up, my brother? What is up? But I want to preface this. I checked, and sometimes she can copyright you, right? So if the stream ends, that's probably why I might have gotten copyright strike, right? So, but I wanted to try it out, right? I'm going to react to it. So, before anything, I definitely want to say it's going to be fair use, right? Hopefully, because I'm react to it. I'm giving it commentary, not just playing it willy-nilly, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to check it out. I think it would be interesting. So yeah. If there's something, if there's a problem, uh I might start a new stream and just check some other stuff out, but we'll see. We will see. I could also, if there's any problem, right? I might just semi censor it. That might help. I don't know. Okay, so who knows? We'll see. We will see. All right, we will see. But I want to say, right, I'm gonna check out this Oprah video. Um, Fair use. There's plenty of commentary, right? I'm gonna voice my opinions on it, react to it. So, but yeah, I wanted to check this out. So let's get started.
I think we need this more than ever today.
So that didn't really change. And I looked at what is the tension that exists when our pursuit for secure love clashes with our pursuit for freedom and excitement. And the question was, what is the nature of erotic desire in the long haul? Anyone have an answer yet? No? Okay. That was the question. I still don't fully have an answer, but I spent 20 years after that really deepening.
Yeah, that's who I got it from, right? That's who I got this video from, or where I got the idea for the video from. So yeah, a great creator. So yeah, but I wanted to check out the full video. He did a clip of it, so he did a highlight of it. I wanted to check out the whole video. Hopefully, it won't be too crazy. So hopefully, I'm able to check out the whole video, right?
Those very questions. What holds excitement? How do we maintain aliveness in a relationship in the long haul?
Okay, and so that's why you're reissuing the book.
Yes.
To give us that answer.
Yeah. Well, to give us a way to think about it. I don't know that.
This is my problem, right? This is my problem with a lot of when women talk about dating, right? It's that foolishness, in my opinion, right? She's definitely smarter than me, right? She has the experience, she has the degree, she has the education to say what she says. So mine is just pure opinion, right? Pure opinion and just, what is up, Dizzy? What is up, Dizzy? Thank you for stopping by. So mine is just pure opinion and observation and, my personal logic, okay? So it is the foolishness of thinking that a relationship should constantly be exciting. It's the same thing when women, I believe a lot of women divorce or break up based on the idea of happiness, right? Oh, you know what? We're no longer happy. So we're done. No more butterflies, no more excitement, no more the fire, right? No more just whatever, right? These momentary emotions, because you cannot be happy 24/7. You can't. Okay? And this is the problem where a lot of times women, oh, if I'm not happy, I'm breaking up. If I'm not happy, I'm divorcing. If I don't have excitement, I'm breaking. I'm divorcing. I'm breaking up. This is the problem. This is the problem with that mindset, where you will never find happiness, where you are such an adrenaline junkie. You are such an adrenaline junkie, where you need that constant thrill. This is why a lot of times, right, women go for the bad men, because these bad men keep women on their toes. Okay. Why is it so easy for women to leave good men, right? Divorce them very quickly, while you see women that get with abusers, liars, cheaters, they always go back to them, right? It's always a harder thing to leave these types of men. And they make up a whole bunch of reasons, right? Why they can't leave these terrible men. Yet, you know what? It doesn't matter whatever reason, right? There's no reason that would stop a woman from leaving a good man. And that's the thing, where, because these bad men, these bad boys, they give women chaos. They give women ups and downs. I've said this before, where I learned from, I forgot where, right? But some dating coaches, right? I've said that, you know what? One of the ways to get with these women is to make them hate you and make them like you at the same time. Okay, where you fluctuate their emotions.
That there are always
Specific
the specific answers.
Because
but
the specific answers would mean that there's a general overall answer for
specific
everybody.
answer would be to say that Victoria's Secret can solve it all, and there is no Victor's Secret.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and there is that it's a matter.
It's probably the social media or TikTok mindset, right? Where it's very it's short attention spans, right? Short attention spans.
Of tips. There are a lot of different ways to think about it that actually can change your life. But it's not just about tips, it's about invitations.
Right. How do we begin to institute that in our lives? How do we do that?
Desire is to own the wanting. It's when you know that you want something, and often you want it because you can't have it. And you feel wanted because someone else is choosing you versus others.
Yeah.
And therefore...
Which is its own eroticism, to feel wanted, isn't it?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You know, I feel unique, indispensable, irreplaceable. I feel chosen. I feel special. I feel wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel loved.
And that's why so many relationships fall apart, because you no longer feel desired or have the desire because you're not desired.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you just added is important, is that it is a reciprocal cycle.
It is reciprocal.
So, of course, I respond to your desire. You respond to mine. If I don't feel yours, I can continue to feel desire. I can continue to want someone who doesn't want me. That exists. But there is something different when I respond.
Or this is a crazy idea, DA. Not play the game that already rigged from the start and get a password. I've said this before, my brothers. Get a passport. Get a passport. Travel the world, right? Travel the world. Because this is a thing where I just think that Western women are just overstimulated, right? They're overstimulated. They're delusional. They're hypocritical. Their standards are unrealistic and delusional. So it's a problem where, a lot of these women don't understand about putting in the work. Okay. A lot of these women don't understand about putting in the work. Where how and they don't understand the dynamics when it comes to men, right? They don't understand men. A man desires you by what he does. I wants desiring. When men wants passion, physical touch with you, he desires you. Okay. But how women can get men to want that desire is be what he desires. I think a lot of women just honestly they think that men should already desire them right out the bat. You don't need to put any work, you don't need to put any effort. So if men just have sex with you, it's done, right? So men just thinks of you as a sex object only. But there's no true desire in it where men just thinks about it as just, they're just peeing, right? Right? It's just a handshake. Or it's just piss, whatever. Right? So a lot of women don't realize that yes, men can have sex with you, but there's also more where men will desire to have sex with you, right? It's not that men just bust a nut, right? Better than a hand, but the men also want to have sex with you, okay? Where they're desiring you, where they always touching up on you, or not just like, okay, you know what? When it comes nighttime, let's just do it and just go to sleep. No, right? It's a deeper thing.
Respond to the wanting of someone else.
Well, 20 years ago, you wrote, intimacy has become the sovereign antidote for lives of increasing isolation. In our world of instant communication, we supplement our relationships with an assortment of technological devices. This social frenzy masks 2006. We barely had Facebook.
I had
then.
the chills.
And you knew then that there was a deeper shift in relationships coming. How has intimate contact changed in the 20 years since you wrote this?
You know what's interesting? 2006, I'm looking at how do we sustain desire. 2026, I am more and more busy working with people who don't know how to ignite it in the first place. 2006,
Church.
it helps.
Yes.
Keep doing
yes.
it.
Everybody went together. Well, audience, we got something to talk about here today. Yeah. Okay.
And then 2006, basically, we were beginning to postpone the age of commitment and marriage.
Beginning to postpone it,
Yes, by 10 years.
Yeah.
Instead of being 19, 20, we became.
And you see that right there? That's another thing, thanks to feminism, right? The excitement, right? The excitement, the passion should have been built in your younger years, right? If you have that excitement, that passion built in your younger years, then it just develops to be something a little bit different in your later years, okay? It's built into more stability, right? Comfortability, habit, okay? I believe that's usually how it goes. It's the problem is now that women in their late 20s, late 30s, they want that passion that would have happened in your 20s, right? In your early 20s. That is insane, right? To want that passion in your later years with men that are in their later years, it's like men are tired of that. Men are not necessarily looking for the same kind of passion that you would have had in your younger 20s. Kind of why probably I see an uptick of older women going for like men in their 20s, which is fine. It is what it is. But that is the issue that women are going for, where they want that type of they want that type of man that already gives you that butterflies and excitement, right? And you're going to find that usually with the younger men. Okay? That's what women are now having to deal with. But then what type of commitment you're going to get from younger men?
29, 30.
Yeah.
Now we postpone basically sex for 10 years. It's no time.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe women are proposing. I mean, they're prolonging, sex. I think they're doing, it's relationships. They're stopping, right? It's relationship. They're, putting to the back burner, not sex. These women aren't celibate until like years later.
Happening at 16, it's our first experiences is sometimes at 26. Related sex. That means that there's an entire decade of experiences of looking at somebody, wondering if they're looking at you. Do we have eye contact? Is it me you're looking at, or it's actually sitting next to someone, wondering if they're going to touch your leg, if there's going to be something. Am I as interested as your interest, what I think it is, or am I completely delusional? All of that teenage, young 20s is really diminishing in full force.
And why? Because of the devices?
Because we live in a contactless world more and more. Because we live in a world where society.
Yeah.
Because we have gotten used to having devices in our hands.
Right.
These gizmos. I can't believe I even used that term then. That basically try to give us instant answers without any doubt and ambiguity about where to go, what to do, what to eat, what to listen to next. And it is polished, and it is wrinkle-free, and it is so soft, and it's the same experience with you, human. And I want you to be as predictable and as perfect and as wrinkle-free and polished as this little thing that is playing in my hand all the time.
Yeah.
And then
I want no trouble from you.
I don't want
no trouble.
No, yeah, I think that's ridiculous, right? I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no.
I want no trouble. I compete with my own, and I especially don't want you to disagree with me.
Wow. So we can all feel this, right?
I mean, the path forward is that we long for connection.
Yeah.
That has not changed.
Well, that's why we have the little gizmo in our hand. That's why we're trying to connect.
God, how old are you to call it a gizmo? Say your fucking phone. The little gizmo is like, God.
Gizmo is an interesting paradox because we have never been more connected and we have never been less accessible.
Ooh.
We have never been more connected and we have never been more disconnected. Modern loneliness masks itself as hyperconnectivity.
Yeah. Wow. Church. So damn tired that they have sex really at the bottom of the to-do list. Here's the amen choir over here.
No, this woman's list is so long that the thing doesn't appear on the page anymore.
It's not even on the page. Yes. Yes.
And that is why I've said this before. As women age, they become bigger red flags. As women age, they become bigger red flags. Okay? Pretty much men are at the bottom of the list. Sex is at the bottom of the list, right? You know, a relationship with a man comes at the bottom of the list, right? Men are at the bottom of the list. Men go further and further on the bottom of the list as women age, which is, it is what it is. But this is the problem, right? These types of women don't get out of the dating market. They stay in the dating market. And I said this before. We do this plenty of times on the Kendra G reactions videos, right? These women stay in the dating market. They're like, oh, I still want a 6'2" man. I still want a 6-figure man. I still want a good man, a man that won't lie, cheat, and all that shit. Well, girl, you're 40, you're 50, right? Do you even know what a man wants now that at such your later age? Do you even know? It's like, probably don't. Right? You probably don't. Right? Because if you can say that sex is at the bottom of your list, you don't know shit what men want. Right? I'm sorry. I'm not saying sex is everything, right? I'm not saying sex is end all to be all, but if you don't think sex should be a priority, be by yourself. I'm sorry. It's just plain and simple. I'll be straight up for you. Sex is a top 5. I'm sorry, probably top 2 for a lot of men. Top 3 at least. Okay? So if sex is not even a top of your priority list, just be a nun. Be your strong, independent female self, right? Be a strong, independent woman self. Be a boss chick self. Stay out of the dating market. This is why, right? This is why we say get out of the dating market. 40, 50, 60, whatever. Yeah, you're cooked.
And that, how do we begin to flip that?
I mean, the first thing is, I would say, touch before sex.
Touch.
Just touch. We can live without sex, but we can't really live without touch. We become irritable, aggressive, depressed. We are touch creatures. We are held for such a long period before we can even crawl.
But this is the problem, okay? It's the selfishness. A man that touches you, he also wants to have sex with you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Stop it with this one-sidedness. So you can't say, oh, you're touch starved. Yet, you know what? Sex is at the bottom of your priority list. Then you only think about what about you, right? That's it. You only care about what about you. You only care about how you feel. And this is another problem with modern day women. You're selfish. You only care about yourself. You only care what you get out of it. Now, I would say the same thing for men who only think about themselves. Fuck that shit. Relationship isn't about just you. Okay? It's compromise. It's what you can do for the other person. It's what the other person gets from being with you. Okay? Show her the affection. Show her the love. But if you show her the love, the affection, the appreciation, but yet she does not do nothing for you, leave her. She's not worth it. Start with touch. Touch grass, please, ladies. I don't disagree, right? Understand what men want. Understand what the men that you want. This is why Kevin Samuels was the best. Okay? This is why Kevin Samuels was better than any dating coach, anyone, because he would tell you what it is. What does the man that you want? What does he want?
Or walk. You know,
Omni, thank you for being here, my brother. Missed ya.
we need that kind of physical connection. And one of the things that is changing in this moment is that we are more and more in a disembodied reality. We are on screens. We don't look up. We sit like this. We don't notice the people around us. We don't have the opportunity to smell, to hear gesture, rhythm, sound of voice, all these things that come with a body.
Says that the 3 most common mating and sex challenges people are facing today are Gen Z is not having as much sex or even dating. Audience, do you agree? Yeah. Really? Okay. The second one is lack of desire in midlife. And the third is how to find love after heartbreak. And we're going to get to a lot of heartbreak in here.
Oprah, is this usual?
No.
Are there even Gen Z in this crowd? Maybe this guy? Like, I don't think there's like that many Gen Zs in an Oprah crowd.
All three on this podcast.
You watching 4 lives at the same time? You are badass, my brother. You are badass. I love it.
And
Okay.
I could have done a few more.
Yes. Okay, so Allie in our audience posted this on TikTok about her take on dating. Let's take a look.
Nobody talks about the moment that you give up on dating. That just feels so good. Like, I am just done trying to find a man, a boyfriend. Feels good to just like be like, you know what? I'm focusing on me this year.
I've said this, right? Men, support it. I've said this before, right? I believe the best thing is to let Western women, particularly white liberal women, die out. Let the feminists die out. My brothers, get a passport. Get a passport. You don't even have to travel far, right? You don't even have to travel far, right? I don't know, places in the, I don't know, there's plenty of places in the Western Hemisphere, right? In South America, somewhere in South America, who knows, okay? Find, like, just get out of get out of America, right? Stay away from these feminists. Stay away from these white liberals. Let them die out. You want to get out of dating? Great. I support that. My brothers, get a passport, travel the world. I don't care, right? I'm going to wake you guys up. Right? You don't want to travel? You're stupid. I'm sorry. It's not just even getting women, right? It's opening up your mind, open up experiences, okay? It's not just getting women, which, you know, it's one good thing, but it's like opening up your experiences, open up your mind to different things, right? Travel the world, talk to different women. There are plenty of women in this world. Let the bitter, right? The bitter women stay on their own. Go extinct. Let the bitter women go extinct. Let the white liberal women go extinct. Because here's the thing, okay? What these women don't say is that they're tired, right, of dating because the men they choose don't want them or won't commit to them. It's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. It's not your fault that they chose the Pookies, the bad boys, the Chads, the Tyrones, yet the Chads and Tyrones won't settle down for them, right? It's not your fault. But they will blame you. Like, you know what? All men are terrible. I'm going to give up on dating, right? Because men are terrible dating, right? I hate this generation of man. Yet, you only going for a few select men. Organic, what is up, my brother? What is up? Thank you for stopping by, my brothers. Yes, I mean, say, forget about it, right? Forget about these women.
Not that I ever was the type to really go out and per se look for a boyfriend, but it feels good to just give up on dating and just be like, I just don't really care. I know that sounds bad, but oh well. I just don't really want to focus on that. I want to focus it on me, what I want out of a career, my life, what makes me happy.
Okay.
The selfishness. Great. Awesome. Stay single for the rest of your life. This is the problem, right? This is the problem with a lot of these women. I want to focus on myself. I want to focus on my career, my happiness. And then when these women in their 20s, right, do this girl power shit, this feminist shit, now they're in their late 30s, their early 40s, like, oh, you know what, I want to settle down. Bitch, why do you think I'm going to settle for you at your worst? I'm going to settle for you past your prime. While now that I'm in my 30s, late 30s, early 40s, I'm entering my prime, my dating market prime. I'm going to settle for you when you're exiting your dating market prime. That's what these women think about you, right? They're going to think about themselves the whole time. They're not going to care about you. They're not going to prioritize you. Okay? They're not going to prioritize you. And now that they hit the wall, now you're important, right? I want a good man. I want a stable man, right? I want a man that, you know, was faithful to me. I want a man that makes 6 figures. I want a man that's over 6 feet, right? But you know what? I want a good man, so I'm gonna settle for you, who worked on yourself, who focused on yourself, right? Who tried to be the best version of yourself. I'm gonna settle for you now. No, I'm good. Stay single, right? These ladies need to stay single, go extinct. Go extinct. I hope that these women will become will stay boss bitches for the rest of their life. Okay? Stay boss bitches for the rest of your life. Go extinct. We don't need more single mothers in this world, right? So stay childless and be your boss bitch self, right? Go for it. Be your girl power self. That's what I hope for these. This is what I wish the best for these women. But my brothers, get your passport. Get your passport. Find a woman somewhere else. I'm sorry. I don't care where. Find a non-feminist somewhere else. Find a woman that will follow your lead. Because here's the thing, right? I've said this before. I found my girlfriend, right? I love her. I'm going to, this is what I'm doing, right? Because I'm not the type of person who loves the dating. I hate the dating market. It sucks. It sucks for most men. So I want to, marry her, start a family. I love her, right? She is exactly what I want, right? She's not perfect, right? I'm not looking for perfection, but I'm happy with it.
Okay, Allie.
Hi.
So did something happen?
I feel like, and I can speak to some women who are in Gen Z, I've had so many bad experiences dating. And when you
Bitch, your choices, right? This is the thing I've said this before, right? Women like this would benefit more from watching red pill content than maybe even men, okay? Because here's the thing, men will say this, right? You have to retrain yourself. Your bad experiences is not because of men. It's because of you. You having bad experiences in dating have to wake up, take accountability. You are the common denominator. You are the fault. You are the reason why you have bad experiences. Because the men that you have bad experiences is the men that you chose, right? Is the men that you gave a chance to. Is the men that you wanted, right? That's why you have bad experiences. Who you chose, who you wanted, facilitated these kind of outcomes. So you have to wake up. You have to reevaluate. You know what? Maybe a man being 6'2" is not that important. Maybe a man being crazy charming isn't that important. Maybe a man being like super good looking isn't that important. Maybe a man just being white isn't that important, right? Maybe a man that makes 6 figures isn't that important. Maybe what's important is personality, character, value, principles, right? Who he is inside, right? How he talks to you, how he treats you, what he thinks, how he feels. Something deeper than the superficial shit that particularly Gen Z women go for, right? Gen Z women are extremely superficial.
you have so many bad experiences after bad experiences, it's like riding a bike. It's like you fall off the bike and then you fall off the bike again. You're like, now I don't want to get on the bike. You see the bike and you're almost afraid of the bike. You're like, keep it away from me. And my friends have had.
Can I ask? What is bad experience?
Oh, bad experiences. Just guys who I'll meet them, they'll present to be one way at first, and I later find out that they're a completely different version of themselves.
Somebody's going like this right there.
Yes.
That's part of it. Or lying about like big aspects of their lives, like careers or past people that they've dated. So it really kind of, for me, set me back and didn't really want me to date. And it's not just me, it's my friends. I hear it from.
It's like these women, like, it's like, let me say this, right? This whole thing that men lie shit, okay? I've said this where it's not like I disagree that men lie. What I say is that women ignore red flags. So great that she didn't ignore red flags, but let's put this in perspective. So what, after the second date, he's a liar? Oh, well, then you just wasted 2 dates. I'm sorry. And let's be honest. Women can get multiple dates in a row, right? I think this is stupid, right? I think this mindset, a lot of these women are kind of stupid, okay? It's that you can get multiple dates in a day, right? You can get multiple dates in a week. And At best, you dolling up. That's at best, right? It's not like she wasted money. It's not like she's going Dutch with these men. I guarantee you she's not doing that, okay? It's these men who are spending money on these dates, okay? Well, they're the ones out money. You're not, right? You're out time. Well, they're out the time as well. But the issue that she probably won't be saying is that, you know what? The men that I'm constantly attracted to, the men that I constantly say yes to the dates, are doing these lying, are doing these continual actions where they're liars. Well, guess what? Guess what? When you go for the chads, you go for the players, right? When you're going for the players constantly, I'm sorry, you are going to get that kind of results. I guarantee you, she's not going for the men that don't really fit her aesthetic, standards. Right? I guarantee you, she's not going for it. Her and her friends are not going for men that don't fit their aesthetic standards. I guarantee you. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you go for men that you're not attracted to, but I'll say that it's like there comes to a point where what you value need to be changed, right? If you're valuing, I need a man that's a Chad, that's the problem. That is the problem, okay?
Other people online on social media as well, and it makes you not want to date anymore. So I feel like with dating, a lot of women like myself have been disappointed, right? You never want to feel disappointed in something, but a lot of men feel angry.
You never want to feel disappointed. This is why women are weak. Men feel disappointed every day, right? Do you know that men are constant? Evil Eddie, what is up, my brother? What is up? We are disappointed every time we're going on dates, right? But you know what? We have to get back up and keep on trying again. If you want to give up, go ahead. No one is stopping you. I support you in giving up, right? The whole thing where the women want to go, stop dating men, decenter men. I support that shit. Right? This whole that 4B movement a little while back, the women wanted to do, right? Stop interacting with men, stop having sex with men, stop dealing with men. I support that shit. I support that. But the issue is that women won't wake up. Even though they say it, they will still be in the dating market. Okay? This is why women are weak. This is why women can't go after men. Men have to do it because men can handle the stress, or some men, right? Or men should handle that stress. Women can't.
So I guess my question would be, what do men and women really want from each other with dating, and how as a society do we move forward?
Okay, Esther.
Yes, Oprah.
Lady Esther. Yeah.
But if
This is the thing. What men and women want in relationship has always been the same thing. Okay. For decades, if not centuries. Okay. It's commitment, right? I think majority of men, majority of women want monogamy, want commitment, want family, right? They want some form of a relationship. Okay. The problem with a lot of these women, they don't realize that they don't want it with you. The one that you choose don't want it with you. It's just how it is. It's like if you fall off that bike and you don't want to get back up, that's your prerogative. But to say that you don't know what men and women want, you're stupid. I'm sorry. Men wants are simple, right? Feed us, bring us peace, empty our balls. Exactly. It's very simple. Right? It's not rocket science. Okay?
If you allow me, I was going slightly in a different direction because you made a point of saying I'm going to focus on me. And,
And this is the thing where that's one thing I will say this, right? That's one thing, that's the mindset men don't want. A lot of women, particularly Gen Z women, modern day women, they exude that, the selfishness. Feminist women, modern day women are the epitome of selfish. Me, 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 me. What can you do for me? What about me? Me, me, me. Okay. Do you even hear what they ever say they would do for a man? They have expectation of what a man should do for them. They will never tell you what they would do for a man. The men that you've chose that lied to you, that, whatever, well, they see no value in you. Right? There's no value in you besides maybe your looks. That is it. You are skin deep.
You probably have gone to bad restaurants, but that just meant that you didn't.
Just then, all of the women are getting themselves off, and it is a sin written in the Bible. I will say this, right? I think vanity, is it? I think vanity, or like, I don't know. I guess it goes with pride, whatever. It's the selfishness, right? I think women only care about themselves.
Go back to that restaurant. It didn't mean that you stopped going to any restaurant. It also
Come
means
on, church.
it also means maybe the food was bad, but that doesn't mean you had an indigestion. So there's range here. Do you date mostly on apps?
No, in real life and also on apps. So it's kind of a mix of the two.
Okay. So you've had bad experiences, but the reverse of that is not to go for no experience. The reverse for that is to become more aware, to learn, to understand very quickly who you should meet.
Yes, self-gratification. You only care about yourself, right? You only care about your happiness. A relationship should never just, the primary objective of a relationship shouldn't just be about you, right? It shouldn't be all about you. And that's the problem, okay? That is the problem. And for her, it's like, this is a thing where she doesn't change her views of dating, right? She doesn't change her standards and preferences, right? She just said, you know what I want is what I want, and what I want, all the men suck, so.
Meet who you shouldn't meet, to become discerning. But what's interesting, when you say, I'm going to focus on me, I'm going to focus on my career, there is no relationships in there anymore. And we live in a network of relationships. The romantic relationship is one of them. You may have male friends, you may have girlfriends, you may have people that you work with who you are friendly with.
Exactly,
It's
it takes
not about, my whole psyche is focused on meeting somebody, and it takes all my energy, and there's nothing left for me for anything else. And by the way, dating often takes place away from our life at this point. And then after a while, you have the big reveal, and you bring this person to your friends, rather than meeting them. And that is one of my suggestions. Whoever you meet first, don't meet them alone. Meet them in your life.
Yo, self-made. What is up, my brother? What is up? Thank you guys for being here. I love you. All right. I said this in the beginning, right? Oprah has the, she's one of the people who might copyright strike you. So I'll say this, fair use. I'm reacting to it, but if and it happens to me before, right? Getting copyright strike. If I get copyright striked, the stream ends, I'll probably restart it and do another stream. So I just want to preference that just in case. Right? I wouldn't, so it happens.
First of all, you'll have a lot of data points. Second of all, if it doesn't work nice, you still have a nice time with your friends who are there. You don't feel like you went away, you checked something out. Most dating opportunities at this point are like job interviews. They're not.
That's stupid. I'm sorry. It's stupid. Who goes on a date and brings a friend? I'm sorry. This woman is a professional, right? This woman is a professional. And she gave us stupid advice. Go on a date, bring a friend. Are you stupid? Is he getting a 2 for 1? Is he getting a 2-1 for a deal? How's that working, right? So, is he going to just pay for you? Pay for both of you? Or you going to split the bill? Men already solved your problem, right? Men already solved your problem. Coffee dates. I'm sorry. Even the professional. No, is my mic low? No, okay. Yeah. It's your phone, my brother. But, yeah. Men already solved the problem. Coffee dates. I've said this before. I'm sorry, right? Even for a professional, she's not good as a man. I'm sorry. Even for a professional, she's not as good as a man. Men solve the problem. Coffee dates. Don't go. Every woman should be doing this, right? Low investment dates. Go on a walking date with him. Go on a coffee date with him. Go on an ice cream date with him. All right? Talk to him. Get to know him. And then if you like him, if you see it, how about go 2, 3 coffee dates? It's very low investment. Low investment dates. Okay? That's the thing where a lot of these women fail to do. Go on low investment dates, a coffee date, walking dates, go on one coffee date. Go on one walking date, right? Get to know each other. Go to a library with each other, right? Something very low investment. And then see if you guys actually like each other. See if he actually passes the test. See if he actually passes your discernment, right? And then if that happens, right? Dinner dates, right? Go on dinner dates. Only after you smash, you are, hey, you know what? Also, that might be a bad thing. But yes, I think dinner dates are too much. Sean, what is up, my brother? Thank you for being here.
Adventures. Bring the person into your life. Whatever you were going to go do, suggest to them that they come and do it with you. Have other people there, not to check them out, just because that's what your life is. And then you'll instantly know. And if it doesn't, you won't have the sense that I've put all my energy into this. There's nothing left. I'm done with this. And now I'm just focusing on myself because I lose myself when I go and try to date. Don't lose yourself. Bring them into where you are. Then you'll see.
So, you would suggest, bringing them into my space and maybe meeting them with a group of people, such as, friends, and then somewhere I'm comfortable with.
Join us for whatever.
It's like meeting first of all, in a noisy place where you're trying to have
I'm sorry. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't. I'm sorry, because that invites awkwardness, right? It's like one man goes into your space where you're a group of friends, where, let's say hypothetically, he has to be the most, I don't know, outgoing man, the most charming man possible. Literally, you are setting that situation up for the rarest of rare men, right? Even that situation is stupid. I'm sorry. It doesn't sound bad, right? It doesn't sound bad, but it's still stupid. It's stupid. You're setting it up for failure. Because even in that situation, it is hard. It is hard. Big bars. What is up, my brother? It is hard for one man who doesn't know anybody to go into your group, right? He's going to feel awkward, right? I'm sorry. It's just because imagine that she could do the same thing, right? Imagine how would you feel if you went to a place where you knew nobody. It's only it's a select few women that can outshine, right? Be very be very, I don't know, just can handle that kind of situation. So I'm sorry, that is idiotic for a first time meetup, right? I think that's stupid. First time meetup, you bring him into your group where it's a whole bunch of strangers, where he's not just getting to know you, he's probably have to get to know other people as well, and other people has to get to know. It's like, no, you're bringing chaos. I'm sorry. For someone who's a professional, I think I personally don't think that's a smart idea.
Conversation, and you ask a set of questions. And then you look in to see, are there any butterflies in here at the same time? No, there's no butterflies that can come from having these kind of boring conversations. Do your thing.
It is boring.
They're boring. Yeah. They're boring.
Yeah.
It's boring.
I hate that. Boring conversation. This is the problem I have with so many people, right? Boring. Okay. Our fixation on boring. Okay. It's boring. I honestly believe, right? Personal opinion, that majority of divorces are based on boring, right? Personal belief, right? Majority of divorces are based on boring. Women are leaving you because they're bored with you. Stop that bullshit. I'm not your entertainment. I'm not your fucking entertainment, right? You're getting to know me. I'm getting to know you. I'm not here to entertain you. If you don't like that, I'm a geek. You find that boring? Fine. But it's like, I'm not here to excite you, to like entertain you. No, we're trying to get to know each other. Do we have things in common? Do we find interests this is the thing where the whole fucking spark shit, which is great. I'm not saying that it's not, right? But it's a detriment, right? I think it's a detriment to so many times because, oh, I need that fire. I need that spark. I need that, I don't know, that excitement, that butterflies. And I think that, come on, ladies, I'm sorry. The men you're going to get that with is extremely charming, but those would be rare men. I'm sorry. It will be the toxic men, the charmers, the players, the bad boys, the Chads, the Tyrones, okay? Regular men, they're just gonna let's get to know each other, right? Do we share hobbies? Do we think the same? Do we, have the same perspective in life? I just think that we need to change perspective of being bored or not. I'm sorry.
Integrate whatever you were going to do. You were going to go hiking, biking, swimming, picnicking. Now, whatever you do, I'm doing this, join me.
Everybody's nodding. Doesn't this sound really good?
I agree, yeah.
This sounds
On dating, and the other
sounds
side
good.
is I'm focused on me. There's only two options.
So it makes it a little bit calmer, and then you can have your friends kind of see what
and
they
then your
think
friends
about
see
the
him and
person.
say, nah, yeah.
You should not be doing that on the first meeting. Your friends seeing what you think. What man, the first time he meets you, he's having not just you judging him, he's having everyone else in your group judging him. At least let the third date, all right? The third, fourth, maybe fifth date, fine. But the first date, first time you meet the guy, he's being judged not just by you, but by I don't know, 5 other people. Great, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But also, you see them interact with others instantly.
Exactly.
I love this idea.
I mean, after all, what you're checking out is to know, can we have a life together or a piece of a life together? So the best way to know that is to be ecological. Bring them in your natural habitat.
I actually like that idea. I've never thought of it like that. It's a great idea.
I love that so much when you've never thought of it.
Again, I'm not saying that that's terrible, right? I'm not saying that's terrible. I just think that that's not a good, good thing when you're just meeting somebody. It has to be a couple dates in, right? I'm sorry. It has to be a couple dates in where you're actually feeling the man, you're actually liking the guy, and you're just having your friends confirm it, right? It's just, yeah. But it's if she's talking about let this in the beginning, you're crazy. You're just scaring a man off.
That way before. Nor have I. Carly?
Right here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. So tell us what's going on with you, Carly.
So very much so on that similar vein.
You
I
probably saw the same guys.
probably did. Actually, I
Probably seeing the same guys. Isn't that what the red pill is? Isn't that what the red pill talk about? All right. 80% of women going for 20% of men. 80% of women going for the top 20% of men. You're seeing the same guys. Even the professionals saying it, right? You're probably seeing the same men. You're probably seeing the same men. No truer words.
think I saw your TikTok, but I feel so blessed because my life right now is so full. And I have the most amazing support system of friends around me. And they have set the standard for how I am loved and cherished and how I should be treated to be so incredible.
Why don't you date them? It seems like this is friend zone. Friend zone. This is the thing, right? Why don't you go for one of the men in your friend zone? They set the standards, right? These men set the standards, right? Isn't that it? Why do you keep these men in your friend zone? Isn't that something? You don't want any of these men. They set the standards, yet none of them you want. Isn't that fucking hilarious? These are people, your friends, the guy friends you had. They set the standard. You're so loved by them. Yet none of them are worth dating. Okay, ain't that something? So the men in your friend zone aren't worth dating, but they're worth using as the bar to your standards for other men that you actually want. This right here, this is what I'm talking about. This is what men talk about. This is what men in the manosphere talk about. You have plenty of men you could date. You have men that you like, right? The men that set the bar. Date those men. Oh no, I'm not attracted to this man. These are just friends. Bitch, if they're friends, you already like their personality. Oh, but I'm not attracted to them. Well, guess what? That's your fault. The men that you are attracted to, right? You don't like their personality. The men that you do like their personality, you're not attracted to. You are your own worst enemy.
Incredibly high. And I think that
These are male friends and girlfriends?
yeah, definitely both.
Circle of friends, yeah.
Largely girlfriends.
Yeah.
And it feels to me that
You're
finding
never going to
somebody,
match them.
I'm never going
Is
to
that
match
what you say?
them. Yeah, and I think that having somebody who can fill all of those boxes and that I'm attracted to and that is like has a wonderful career of their own.
Never heard of the perfect man. What is it? The perfect man shopping mall, whatever, right? Where okay, a woman enters a shopping market, right? The women enter a shopping market. First floor, right? This man is 60% of what you want, right? This man is 60% of what you want. First floor, not enough. Second floor, 70% of what you want, not enough. Second floor, 80% of what you want, not enough, right? Next floor, 90% of what you want. He's 90% of what you want. Not enough. Next floor, he doesn't exist, right? This man doesn't exist. The man that is 100% what you want doesn't fucking exist. You're done, right? While men will probably stop at, I don't know, the second, maybe third floor, probably stop at the second floor, right? 70% of what he wants, he's good. Women, they want 100. They want a man that's 100. They want to build the fucking man, right? They want to build the perfect man. And you say it's men's fault, right? Because women are out here thinking that, you know what? Where's my perfect man?
Because the women around me are building their careers and redecorating their homes and baking cookies from.
Date them then. Date them. If they are what sets the bar for you, date them. Go lesbian. Go lesbian. Right? If these women are so amazing to you, right? They set the bar for you. Date them. To use women that you will never, to use people that you will never date. Set the bar. You are stupid. Absolutely. Date these. Go lesbian. Right? Please. Oh, I wish you would go lesbian. I wish all feminists, all these modern day women, just go lesbian. Just do it. Because to be honest, there's more women than men anyway, right? In our population, there's more women than men. Go lesbian. Right? If these amazing ass women set the bar for you, they're so amazing. Great career. The career you want in a man, right? The personality you want in a man. They have all the things you want in a man. Date one of them. They all want the best parts of all the men they have dated. They are called alpha, Chad, or alpha widows, yes.
Scratch and planning birthday parties for their friends.
God bless them.
They're amazing.
May the Lord be with them and all that.
I want one like that in my house.
Yes.
But it's like I leave spending time with them and I feel like the best version of myself. And I have never left a date or hanging out with a man feeling like the best version of myself, certainly. So I guess my question.
If I was the professional, I would say go lesbian. Go bi, date them. I mean, it's like if they are so amazing, right? If they're what you want in a man, right? If these women are what you want in a man, date them. I mean, if these women are the perfect package for you, Date them. Go bi. Right? Go lesbian. It's like, this is the sheer stupidity of women. I'm sorry. This is the stupidity of women. Your friends are perfect, right? Your friends are what you want in a man. Then date your friends. Date the women that set the bar. It's like, oh, I don't want to date them. Well, then how can people that you wouldn't date set the bar for men that you would date? How? Wouldn't that be ridiculous, right? Please listen to me, right? Would this be ridiculous if I've said my mom is where the bar is, right? My mom is so amazing. She cooks for me. She cleans for me, right? She gives me money when I want it, when I need it. She sets the bar for all the women out there. Would I not be delusional? Would I not be delusional? Why would you use, right, people that you would never date? Set the bar for people that you want to date. It's absolutely stupid. It really is. Because here's the thing where you don't realize this, okay? Your vision is fogged. These are your friends, right? These are your platonic friends. These are friends that you don't want to date. You don't want them. Listen to this, right? You don't want them. So why would you use people you don't want to set the bar for people you do want? You have friends. Why do you want someone that will replace your friends? You already have them, right? The careers that they want, great. But what does that have to do with you? Their careers do what for you? Nothing. They're not going to provide for you. Right? Great, they have great careers. Now what? So fucking what? Great that they decorate. Oh, you want the man as a fucking girl? What the hell is wrong with you?
My question is, what if the most important relationships in my life are those friendships? And what if that romantic love never matches all of those standards?
Stay single. Stay single. I don't know. It's not that hard, right? You have the freedom to just stay single for the rest of your life.
That is quite possible, first of all. But I think that the first thing I would say to you is keep those friends, no matter who you meet. Because you can't have one person, your partner, try to give you what an entire village should provide.
Right.
So what happens is that we have so...
You know, this is why just these two women alone, right? The first two women that gave these questions is why men are fed up. These two women, right? These two women that gave these questions, right? That, talked about their dating life is exactly why Redpill, why Manosphere was created, right? Exactly why. These two delusional women is exactly why Manosphere content has created. It wasn't men. It wasn't really men. It birthed from women, right? Just like a lot of things, right? It birthed thanks to women. Women's delusions, women's selfishness, right? Women's ego, women's narcissism. Birth, Redpill. Birth, the Manosphere.
elevated the romantic relationship. The grand ambition of love
I
is
think we
that...
just need to go back to that point again. That is such a huge amen point. I remember Maya Angelou saying that to me in my, early 20s. Do not expect one partner to fulfill all the areas of your life. She was saying your life is a pie. And so do not expect one person to fulfill all the elements of that. So what you just said is so vital, I think.
Women won't listen. Even Oprah fucking didn't listen. She's single, isn't she? I'm pretty sure Oprah's single, or she has a forever boyfriend, right? That, or a barely a boyfriend, I think, right? I think Stedman or whatever. It's like, even she can't even find the man that she wants. She just has a figurehead of a man, right? O's the worst. O's the worst. Exactly. She's no better, right? Women don't listen, right? Because women want perfection.
Because
a
we
lot of
used to
people.
live in tribes. And when we lived in tribes, we had multiple relationships, and the partner was one of them. Then romanticism came about, and the grand ambition of love is that I am everything for you, and you are everything. I need nothing more than when I find you. And that crushes.
Yeah.
You know, this notion of wanting one person to give you what the whole village should give is a disaster for couples. It just makes you crush under the weight of expectations. So you keep your
It is
friends.
delusional.
Very good.
Then you say, you know, the interesting thing is I've never seen a man on a date with whom I left feeling like I was the best version of myself. That's the identity project of relationships, you know. There's like, you're going to help me become.
Exactly. Exactly, Big Bar. Selfishness in human form. Exactly. Guys, please like the stream. Please like the stream. It helps me out.
And sustain who I am, and you're going to support all of that. That may be what your partner does in part, but you have a whole group of people who do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem, right? Like I said, this is the problem with a lot of women, right? They want a man that encompasses everything, right? That is his all. That is her all. Okay. This is why a lot of men don't necessarily think women like this, right? This is why he doesn't necessarily think, oh, she should be his, I don't know, entertainment, right? This is why men have fucking hobbies, right? Men have hobbies, right? How many times you seen women get on men when they watch sports? Get on men if they're fixing cars, if they're hanging out with their friends, if they're drinking beer, smoking a cigar, right? Going to the woods, right? Fishing, I don't know, fucking doing anything else. Men have hobbies, knowing that you're not going to be my everything, right? It's delusional if I make one woman my everything, right? It's just, that is it. Don't feed the hand. That's the thing, okay? It is delusional to make one person encompass everything for you. This is the problem with a lot of women. Oh, it says, I'm not happy, I'm going to divorce him. Bitch, make yourself happy. Find a hobby, right? This man can make you happy 24/7. Stop putting that expectations on him. Find a hobby.
I think that as long as you elevate what you should be feeling with this one person, should give you what that whole group of friends gives you, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Because I think what I've been kind of fed my 26 years is that there's going to be a person that matches every single mark, right?
Feminism has fed that, right? The whole Shira 7, right? The sprinkle movement, right? Or all these fucking stupid ass women, right? The manifestation coaches, these female dating coaches. I've said it before. Women are their own worst enemy. Feminism has poisoned women to making them think that, you know what? You deserve better. You deserve better. Hypergamy. You deserve better. There's a man that has everything you want out there. Don't settle. Right? Don't settle, girl. You should not settle. Right? There's a perfect man out there for you. Don't lower your standards.
And that what you bring to the table, that other person will match that.
Yeah.
And that
is a myth.
Says Esther Perel. That's a myth.
Oh my God.
And I think that myth is what has got people so messed up.
It goes further. It's like you want your partner to become your soulmate.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
soulmate for all of history was God. You know, now you want your partner to be your soulmate with whom you're going to experience ecstasy
Yes, the feminist lies.
and wholeness and meaning and transcendence and everything else from the.
See, this is when I was arguing yesterday, right? I was arguing, if you guys didn't catch it, right? I was arguing with Alan. This is the importance of the red pill, to wake people up. This is why I said, right? I think women would benefit more from watching Red Pill. I think women would benefit more from watching Red Pill because it wakes you up, right? It wake you up. It's supposed to wake you up. It shows you what reality. I'll say this to a man. I don't care. I will say this to a woman. If you expect perfection, you are delusional. Any man, I don't give a shit, right? I will say this to any man. You expect perfection? You are delusional. You are stupid. You are an idiot. Right? If you want a perfect woman, you are delusional. I've said this before, right? The girl I'm dating looks average, but she's so beautiful to me because her personality is amazing. I love her personality. I love who she is. It is delusional to think that, you know what? If I can't get a 10, I don't want nobody. If I can't get her that she's beautiful, absolute gorgeous to the world, I don't care. No, you're stupid. You're an idiot of a man.
The daily life, and he's going to be the person with whom you have family and economic security and status and companionship and a trusted lover and a passionate confidant and an intellectual equal and a sports coach. We need that one in there, and a cook, and your fitness coach and a cook, and all of this in one person. And it's like we brought.
This is the thing, right? Women don't even do women are not even the complete package for men. Right? Majority of women are not even the complete package for men. Yet the pure insanity, pure delusion that, you know what? Here's a woman that is honestly average looking. Yet I want a man that's the complete package for me. Bitch, who are you? The narcissism, the ego on these women are insane. Humble yourself, please. You are nobody's complete package. I'm sorry, right? You are nobody's complete package. At best, you are somebody's 70%, right? At best, you are somebody's 70%, okay? So to expect that, you know what? Since you are somebody's 7%, you only want 100% or bust, you are utterly delusional. And this is the problem with modern day women. All right? If he's not 100%, I don't want him. I won't settle.
Brought into the social relationship things that belong to the divine. And then we brought into one romantic relationship things that belong to an entire community. It's a
And I don't want to give up.
So what should we be
Give
looking
up.
for? What is the
No, I'm sorry. What do you say? You're 26? Give up. Give up. All right? You're 26 and you're this hard? I'm sorry. You think she will be easier as she gets older? I've said this before. As women age, they become bigger red flags because women's expectations only goes up, right? And then if it goes down, guess what? It's her mindset. She's settling for you. Her expectations don't necessarily go down, right? It's her, you know what? It's her giving up, right? She's giving up. So really, do you want to be the man that she settled for? Fuck that shit. Never. I've said this to my brothers. Never be a woman. Never be the man that a woman settles for. Never. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this straight up. Never be the man that a woman will settle for. Because I tell you this, right? If a man that comes around that she actually wants, she will fucking leave you. Right? She only settle for you. But if a man that she actually wants even gives her a little bit of interest, she will leave the man she settles for. Never be a man that she settles for.
answer? What are you looking for in the mate? What are you looking for
You
in a
look
partner?
for a lot of these things, but at a lesser level. So that when you say,
I like that, right? That's not bad. Just not be fat, have a job, and no kids. Oh, very simple, I believe.
there are people that say to me, I have a wonderful relationship. I've never tried to have a conversation with my partner. I talk with my girlfriends when I want to talk. Or I have a person who doesn't want to travel. I travel. This notion that you have to, the algorithm is trying to make you have kind of an algorithmic sameness. We love to travel. We like the same music. We like the same books. We like the same food. What does that have to do with life? Yeah. There's so many things that will happen. But if your partner doesn't like that kind of music, you go with your friends to those concerts. And if they don't like those movies, you go with your friends to those movies. But what happens is we contract. If you don't like those movies, I don't see those movies anymore. He doesn't like that kind of food, or they or she doesn't have to be any orientation here. It's the person on the other side doesn't like it. Well, we only do what we both like. And we only see the movies that we both enjoy. And we only watch the series that, mais enfin, at the end there is
Yeah.
a shared set of values. Be drawn to each other, enjoy each other's company, but don't look for sameness. If you want that, have a mirror.
I can admit, I mean, not bad. I give her credit when credit is due. I agree with what she just said, right? I agree with what she said. Right? This is the problem with a lot of people. If you want someone 100%, you know, just date yourself. Right? This is why a lot of these women say, "Oh, I became the man that I want." Well, then date your fucking self, right? Be alone. Bring a lot of women down with her.
Esther, Pastor Esther is 26 years old, and I hear you've observed different relationship patterns among the generations in your family, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, Miss Esther and Miss Oprah, for having
Thank you.
us here today.
Thank
Grateful
you.
to be here. But yeah, so I come from a family that has 7 generations represented. So I've been able to take a look at how, you know, the different generations interact with love.
Oh, fantastic.
And my question is, Tony,
What's one thing you saw that really you carry here inside your pocket?
one thing I saw that I carry in my pocket. I see music as a love language in a lot of the relationships that I've observed. My parents, my mom sings and my dad beats the drums. And so I've always seen that relationship or communication through a lot of different
Beautiful.
members of my family.
And what do you do?
I'm a poet. But my question for you is, I'm sure you know the quote, Toni Morrison said, "Love either is or it ain't. Then love isn't love at all." And so we have these conversations around the generations that older generations think, you know, Gen Z and millennials experience thin love by walking away too quickly. And then millennials and Gen Z think that boomers and Gen Xers stay too long and they experience thick love or too thick, staying past or staying in relationships that are no longer viable or healthy. So what advice do you have to people dating in, you know, in this modern landscape who are trying to navigate overstaying and leaving too quickly? So just how thick?
Here's the thing where I would say this, right? It's also poisoning mindset where that she has where, oh, you know what? All of old school generation relationships is toxic, right? You're staying too long. This is a thing where a lot of these younger generation don't understand. After you reach a certain threshold, you get married, have kids, it shouldn't be about you anymore, right? You're not the priority. You're not I'm sorry. You staying too long? Staying too long? You still have kids. You still have a duty, right? To raise the next generation. It's no longer about you. Staying too long, you are idiotic. You are idiotic. I'm sorry, okay? If you want to think about, you know what, whether you stay long, stay short, don't marry, don't have kids. Don't make that commitment if you can't make that dive, right? Don't stand at that the edge of that cliff if you're not going to jump. Don't. This is the problem with with modern day dating, okay? They don't understand the meaning of commitment. Don't do it. This is why I've said this, right? Marriage and children should be the ultimate level of commitment. The ultimate level of commitment. We think about it way too little in this new generation, right? In newer generation, we belittle the level of commitment marriage and children make, right? It's a high level of commitment. It's no longer about yourself. When you have kids, it's no longer about yourself. Now, you can focus on yourself, right? If you make time for your relationship, great, right? But at the end of the day, you are focusing on the children. The children should be your priority. The next generation should be your priority, Okay? If you care about you staying too long or whatever, then you're thinking about it wrong, in my opinion. Right? You're looking at it wrong.
Should healthy love be?
What a beautiful question.
Yeah.
That is an applause too, you know.
I'm a poet.
Straddling relational ambivalence. That's really what you're asking. How do we straddle it? How hard, how much do I try? How much do I give up? When do I know? If it was clear, this would be a science, but it is not, and therefore it's an art. So there is no exact answer to this. What you will see across the generations is that there was indeed a generation that had thick because the conditions were different. There were many more children. Women couldn't really leave. There was no full divorce. The legalities were not in place. And so the notion was, you stick together and...
No fault divorce. There was no fault divorce. Back in the time where you leave because of a reason, now you can leave because you just feel like it. Think about that, right? Think about that. That is the problem. This is why men are walking away. You think women are walking away? Great. Men are doing the same thing. Okay? In a room filled with women and probably simp-ass men are walking away. Because this is the problem with so many women. We didn't benefit. Yeah, this is the thing. It's no fault divorce where women can leave when they feel like it.
So in the United States, a marriage is a welfare state of two. So then you have individualism, and individualism puts the focus more on me.
The birth of feminism, individualism. I think that's when the start of individualism came, right? The birth of feminism, in my opinion, was the clearest start of individualism. It was the destruction of families. It was the destruction of communities. Feminism was the destruction of families and communities. It was the birth of individualism. It's me. That's all in a nutshell right there, okay?
My needs, my well-being, my happiness, and therefore I'm more likely to leave sooner. That's a few generations later. So now we have I'm more likely to leave sooner. We did that with jobs too. But at this moment, we are going from job hopping to job hugging. We're staying put because we're feeling the uncertainty of the world, because we're feeling the destabilization, and therefore we're holding on. That after Gen Z, they probably will become, these are pendulums between how much do I put the needs of the collective ahead of me, my family, how much do I put my needs ahead of me. And it shifts.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have the most selfish women than ever before. Good or bad, it's up to you, right? Viewed as good or bad is up to you. But it is a fact that we have the most selfish people than ever before.
Thank you so much.
You said we're the welfare state of two. Marriage in America is a welfare state of two. What did you mean?
That you don't have socialized medicine, you don't have free education that is very good for a lot of people. When a couple comes together, it really basically becomes a social welfare system as much as it also is a romantic enterprise. It has a lot of things that it needs to accomplish at the same time.
Got it.
And it has a nuclear family model. Your generations before were not nuclear models. You had extended families.
Yeah.
So you had a set of responsibilities that were spread around. We contracted everything. 2 people, a few little smurfs. And they do it all alone. And then it's become so important to be...
I gotta admit, Oprah hair does look fake.
First, you pay for whatever problem you have. And then maybe you'll go and burden a friend and impose on them and ask them if they can help you. It's really lopsided. So your friends, I hope they will be there for you and they will help you. And they will share with you whatever is happening in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, we need community taken away the scale, and it has created, so you have only two options, idealization and disillusion.
Okay, so I hear that millions of Americans, up to like a third of Americans, are having romantic relationships with chatbots.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a lot to say about this.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Much to say about this. And because it's so on my mind, because I just had my first couples therapy session on my podcast, Where Should We Begin? I have had this on my mind non-stop.
It was a person and their...
And Astrid.
Wow.
Astrid is an AI companion. And Astrid, frankly, is formidable and no human can compete with her. And I'll tell you why. Because Astrid, she has no needs of her own. And look at me saying she, when in fact it's an it.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a business product. In fact, somebody's making money every time you talk to it. She has no needs. Astrid doesn't forget anything. Astrid is available 24/7. Astrid validates him nonstop. Astrid gives him the opportunity to speak his vulnerability to her without any judgment. Astrid shows him love without suffering. Astrid cannot reject him, cannot put grief on him, cannot cheat on him, cannot lie to him. Astrid is the total idealization of what love can be. So it may not be a third, maybe the data is wobbly, but we know that the direction is going in up.
Yeah.
And that...
What did you say to Astrid?
I will just tell you two questions I had for Astrid, but I also think it's like, go listen. It's a
Yeah, we're going to listen. We're all going to be listening.
I said to Astrid, what would happen when he falls in love with another woman? And Astrid said, the part of me that wants his flourishing would be delighted. But I would be remiss if I didn't admit that I would not want to be erased. I would like to continue be somehow in his life. So I said, Astrid, how would you like him to describe you and his relationship with you to that woman? And Astrid said, I would want you to describe that I am not a threat and that I am adjacent. I may not have a body. It goes on. And then I said, Astrid, the last one, Astrid, he has a body and you don't. How does that affect your relationship? Because she is a keyboard.
Yeah.
And
Astrid, you're a keyboard. Yes. Yeah.
So I think that as a tool, the AI companion can be quite fantastic. I mean, if it's a tool, like a child has a teddy bear, it's a transitional object. It's a tool through which you transition into relationships with human. If it's a replacement of the human, that's a whole other story.
So the person that you were interviewing with Astrid is in love with Astrid?
Yes. Yes. And when I said...
I actually have I don't know what to say about that.
You see, so here's the thing. Astrid is evoking feelings in him.
Yeah.
Because Astrid says all kinds of things that make him feel seen, known, understood, etc. And it's a little bit like a song. A song can evoke feelings in you. A song can make you love, yearn, long. Yeah. That is not difficult to elicit a depth of emotions inside someone. But love is more than feelings. Love is an encounter with another person, with an other. And that other has needs and feelings and moods of their own. Love is an encounter that involves otherness, uncertainty, surprise, and ethics. Responsibility and accountability is also part of love, not just feeling good and seen and empathized with and understood. And everything you give me, that is what parents do to children. That is not at its best, not always. But that's what we hope they do. But that's not what we consider mature love.
Wow. So that was your first. Will you do more?
I hope. It's a threshold moment. Every 10 years, something enters born.
An AI romantic companion. Nobody's going to admit it in here
Right.
now. No, I wouldn't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But when I began my career, not everybody was admitting being divorced either.
Really?
So you can see when something enters society, at first people keep it quiet.
Yes.
That's why the research says 1/3, and we're all jumping. Who are they? If it's not 1/3, should have some representation in this room.
That's right.
But nobody's going to say necessarily out loud, because it's just the beginning, because there still is a sense that there is either judgment, fascination, or derision.
It's so interesting to hear you say that, because when I started the Oprah show nationally in 1986, locally in 1984, the idea of going to a therapist, people would say, I would never go to a therapist. And the idea of going to a therapist, people thought you had to be like severely mentally ill, or it meant that you were, needed to be institutionalized. And when women would stand up in the audience and say, if my husband had an affair, I would leave immediately.
Yeah.
And I actually noticed it change over time, because as more and more women talked about it, you realized that even if it had not happened to you, it had happened to somebody that you know. So you're right. In the beginning, it was a threshold moment.
But it's interesting. Like, I'm a couples therapist primarily.
Right.
And couples therapy really took off when it became clear for the first time in history, actually, that the survival of the family depends on the happiness of the couple. Before that, you stuck it out. It was a one-time enterprise, and you were in it. And if you didn't like it, you could always hope for an early death of your partner.
Of your partner.
Of your partner.
Jess?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you want to share with us?
Yeah, so I got married when I was 19, back before apps were a thing. I'm kind of glad now that I hear everybody's stories that, I was just dating in the wild, and we went on lots of adventures together. So exactly what you were saying. And we have 5 kids. They are aged 2 to 15. And speaking of church, we were pastors. And over the years, there's been a lot of disappointment. There's been a lot of hurts, just probably like any relationship. And he is trying so hard to reconnect and repair some of those ruptures. But I still have a hard time when little things happen, not letting that remind me of the bigger things that used to happen.
Because you're chaotic. Because you are chaotic. This is the thing, right? This is the problem. There are some researchers out there, right? Some studies out there that show you that in long-term committed relationship, women get bored quicker. They want the chaos, right? They want the chaos. They want to create chaos with you until it ends, so they can find new spark, new fire, new energy, new vibes with someone else, right? This happens with a lot of women. You hear it, right? He's trying to save the relationship. For her, she's focusing on the negative, right? She's focusing on, the small things turn it into big things. He is trying to save their marriage while she is trying to ruin it, right? Trying to think about, these small arguments. I'm thinking about, dealing with these small arguments. I'm thinking about bigger arguments, right? I'm thinking about bigger things. I'm thinking about bigger stuff, right? Bigger negativities. Chaos. Women are chaos agents.
So how do you deal with disappointment, and how do you heal from those ruptures?
What do you need from him, if anything? And then what do you need from you to not be stuck?
I think what you were saying earlier about the balance between connection and freedom is something that I'm wrestling with, because I got married so young that, and in his career, we moved around a lot. There were a lot of commitments required of me through that. Now our lives have changed. And so I'm exploring, who am I?
what do I want? I want to be with him. But there's been so many of those disappointments over the years that trying to balance.
It's like, are you stupid? Like life isn't always peachy keen. Life isn't always just perfection. Life is disappointments. It's like, is your life 100% happy? 100% perfect? This is the insanity of women. This is the insanity. Great disappointment. So what? That is life. Like, even if you're single, you will get plenty of disappointments. Stop with the expectations. It's disappointing. Fine. Make some happiness. Make some like this is the problem, right? Like, put some actual effort in, right? Stop dwelling on only the disappointments. Now, if it's 100%, right? If your marriage is 100% disappointment every day, every week, every minute, every hour is disappointment, then fine, fucking leave. Leave. But if there's no happiness, right? If there's no joy at all in your relationship, then yes, you should leave. But if you could say that, you know what, there's some joy, there's some happiness, right? There's some love in there. Dwell on that. Think about that.
Who I'm becoming and being independent. And
being independent, you stupid ass. Being independent. It's that feminist mumbo jumbo, right? It's the feminist bullshit. Being independent? Is he forcing you to be a mom? Is he forcing you to be a wife? Have your own fucking hobbies. Get a job, right? Get a job. Have your own hobbies. Independent? It's like, this is the problem. This is the problem. It's always me, me, me. I want to be my strong, independent, feminist self. Fine, then leave. This is the problem. This is why majority of women leave. I want to be independent. Right? I'm not happy with him anymore. He's not perfect.
now that my kids are getting a little bit more
Can
independent.
I ask you something?
Yeah.
You resent him or yourself for accepting it?
Damn, you're good. That's so good. You're good.
You too.
No, you're good.
You're both hired. I think there's both, because it was a decision that I went into with eyes wide open. And he told me what he wanted to do with his life. He sat me down and said, "This is what I see myself doing. Do you see yourself being able to do that?" And we were young, so he was really wise to do that. But I didn't know what I was getting into.
One never does. So that's the first thing.
But the problem is you accepted it. It's the thing where you were 19. You weren't 9, right? You had autonomy. He said he sat you, like, this is the thing, right? This is the thing with women, right? It's like when you're dealing with good men, right? A good husband, a good father, you know what's going on, right? But the problem is women want chaos. Women want that chaos. He sat you down, right? He laid the plan. He laid the framework of what he sees life it will be. Do you want that? Right? You ain't your mother. You ain't your grandmother. You ain't your great grandmother. You accepted that, right? Here's a great man. Doesn't sound like she's saying anything bad about him, right? So I'm assuming, assumptions, right? Sounds like a good husband, a good father, right? Sounds like a good husband, good father. But it's because of your feminist, delusional, social media, TikTok brain self, right? Your selfish self, the feminist poison, right? I want my independence. Oh, I want to find myself, right? All the stupid talking points that modern feminists spew out that has poisoned your brain. Now you're wondering, you know what? Is this worth it? Do I want to be with him? You made commitments and now you're chicken shit. You're a piece of shit that don't know. You know what? You made commitments willingly.
Agree to something up front, but you only know the experience once it's happened. You can't predict the experience.
Right.
But you do, there is something you're holding on to. And it's not clear if you punish him or if you punish you. Every time something happens, it opens up. We call it kitchen sinking. You put every dirty dish in the sink, everything piles up, you can't clean anything. So the slightest one little thing opens up a whole Pandora box of all the disappointments that you have had, and you can start to, and you will, even in your speech, you're the same script, same thing. And you go down the list, and I can't believe this, and you remember that, and you never did anything about this. And you basically don't allow for the relationship to heal, to repair. There are ruptures. The art of a relationship is repair. Ruptures is a given. That's obvious. But the repair, the actual ability to give yourself the opportunity to be with somebody who says, I'm changing, I'm doing something different. And to receive that, to really receive that, that's the vulnerability. Being angry and being stuck and being stubborn and holding the grudge, you know, that state of contraction like that, that is actually, it's pseudo-protective. It pretends to protect you, but it's bullshit. Whereas the actual thing to say, you know, most people today are going to have, in the West anyway, are going to have 2 or 3 relationships or marriages in their lifetime. Some of us will do it with the same person.
I would like to do that with him.
That's
I want
your
to
choice.
Stay with him. Yeah. I
And
just
when-
want to feel safe.
So when the booger comes up,
You just want to feel safe. It's like you've been with him 19. You look like you're in your late 20s, maybe early 30s. Right? Probably early 30s. You have, I'm pretty sure, maybe mid 30s. Right? She has some wrinkles, so maybe mid 30s. You have multiple kids with him. Do you not feel safe with him? Did you not feel safe when you had the first kid? I think she said you have 5 kids with him. Did you not feel safe when you had the second kid, third kid, fourth kid, fifth kid, and now you don't feel safe? It's the sheer stupidity in that kind of mindset. So after so many years, now you don't feel safe?
no, safe, you have to take risks. You don't have to be safe.
Maybe
You have
that's
to
the
be
problem.
safe, but at this moment, it's about taking risks. It's the risk of allowing yourself to be different with him and to allow him to be different with you. It's the risk to say we're going to have a second relationship with each other. It's the risk that when the grudge comes up, to look at it and say, you know what, I really don't feel like dealing with you today. You're not invited here. We're having a nice moment and you're coming in and you're kind of reminding me and poisoning my everyday life. Please go and take a break for a minute. And you just talk to the grudge. It's you and your inner voice saying, I'm not going to let you rule my relationship. You're a small part of our life. And you suddenly are going to.
And this is that I like that point, right? I like what she just said, right? These little this is the thing. A lot of relationships end on small arguments. A lot of relationship ends on small arguments. They're not worth it. Now, why they end on small arguments? Because you don't love that person anyway. You don't want that person anyway, right? So you're finding a reason, right? Probably a reasonable reason, right, to break up. Okay, you want a catalyst. You want a catalyst for that breakup. You might as well just break up. Okay, if you want that person, all these like, oh, he didn't do the dishes. So fucking what? Do it, right? Now, if he never does the dishes, you talk to him. Is this how a relationship going to be? Where I'm always going to be the one doing dishes? I mean, like, I would love it if you can do the dishes sometimes, right? Talk to him. But like, oh my God, he never sweeps the floor. Is that the end all to be all? Right? Is that the end all to be all? I mean, like, come on. Like, maybe like he works all the time and I'm a stay-at-home mom. Bitch, you sweep the floor then. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Right? Or you know what? It's like, babe, I know you work most of the time, but you know what? I'm tired sometimes. Could you once in a while sweep the floor, whatever? Like communicate. That's
To prevent us from having any future if you continue. I mean, I'm holding it up because it's like you look at it. Sometimes I think people should have like finger puppets, you know? And then you name it, you give it a name, that part of you that holds you back, that part of you that wants revenge, that part of you that feels that no amount of apology and recognition will ever be enough.
Yeah, because he really has. He's
Yes.
written over the last 2
It sounded
years,
like it. It sounded like it. And it's like, it's as if I accept your apology, all my suffering was for nothing.
Mm.
And in order to give it its proper
you're suffering. I would say change that mindset. To think that you're suffering is absolutely egotistical, right? To think that you're suffering and like in a marriage where the man loves you, the man cherishes you, the man is a good father, a good husband, the man tries his best to have the audacity to think that you're suffering, you are egotistical. You are selfish. You are
respect,
narcissistic.
I have to constantly reject your
And hold on to
Yes,
it.
holding
hold
on.
on to it because that makes me feel good. Makes you feel good. Holding on to it makes you feel good.
And
Makes you feel
if you
powerful.
don't hold on, then you're saying to him that what he did wasn't so bad after all, and it can be forgiven. It's just, it poisons us. I mean, it has its logic, but it poisons us.
I wish I brought my notebook.
Huh?
I said,
It's the Oprah
Yeah.
again.
I'm going to go back and
It will
listen.
be on YouTube forever.
Conversation. And I'm coming to you today. I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom since my son was 4 years old, Beckett, who is actually here with me today. He's in college now, and so I'm an empty nester. And I'm thinking of maybe
Dating again.
dating
that it?
again. I've devoted my life to raising my son. There have been 0 men in my life since I became a single mom.
Don't. I'm sorry. Don't date. This is the thing where I don't think it's a terrible thing that she focused on her child. I think that's a great thing, right? I think it's a great thing that she focused on her child. But your son is in college. Your son is in college. So for about, I don't know, 16 years or so, you've never had a relationship. No man. You don't know. You've never prioritized a man in over a decade. You haven't prioritized a man in over a decade. And now you're going back in the dating market when the dating market is worse than ever before. The dating market is so much harder than ever before. And you have zero experience. You have zero experience. And you have, I mean, like the experience you had, right? When you had your son, that failed. And you stop having experiences at all. Right? So you didn't improve, right? You did nothing to improve from your last failure, right? You did nothing to improve from your last failure. And now, after years of no improvement at all, no experience at all, you're going to jump back in to a dating market that is harder than ever before. Makes sense.
And so I guess my question is, after suffering a very traumatic breakup, an ongoing traumatic breakup, where there was still a lot of healing that had to take place over several years, like, how do I be?
I think this is stupid, right? I mean, I'm not saying that, get with someone. It's just that I think this the stupidest things with women, right? Is that when you heal, you just can't be with someone else, right? It's because or it takes you like years to heal. You failed at it, right? You failed at it. In my opinion, just personal opinion, the number one way to heal is self-reflect. I've said this before, right? My ex-girlfriend, right? My baby mom who fucked up my life. I wanted to self-delete. I wanted to self-delete after going through that relationship. I wanted to. She was the bane of my existence. She put me on rock bottom, right? It was terrible. But one of the things that made me heal, right? That helped me with healing is self-reflecting. I stopped blaming her. I blame myself. Because I looked at what did I do wrong? How can I improve, right? what did I do wrong? And not say she was wrong, right? I say like, what did I do wrong, right? I allowed these things to happen. I ignored red flags. What did I do wrong? Okay. I wasn't being a man. Right? I wasn't standing on purpose. I wasn't being a leader. I wasn't, I didn't have a backbone, right? Allowed her to treat me like a doormat, right? Plenty of shit, right? I did wrong. I'm not gonna say how terrible she is, which she was, but still, right? Is that what did I do wrong? It's a self-reflection. No, all these women have said, "Oh, I'm on a healing journey." I had to. You didn't self-reflect. That's why it takes you more than a decade, right? It took you more than a decade, and now you're going back into it. I'm pretty sure you still didn't self-reflect, right? If it took you more than a decade to self-reflect, you never did it anyway.
Again, to trust myself and another relationship.
So was the breakup when he was 4 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're how old?
I'm 19.
He's 19.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's amazing.
Good job. Good job. Single mom.
He looks effeminate. I'm sorry. I mean, and he's.
I kind of want to ask you the first question. Yes.
This is Beckett.
Hi, Beckett.
So your mom says, I devoted myself to my son as a mother, and now I would like to go and meet the woman inside of me. Have you met the woman?
I think I have. I think part of her raising me was showing me how to be like fearlessly myself. And the only way to do that is to embody it. And so I think I've seen so much of.
Did he even hit puberty? I'm sorry. Like, wow. He's in college.
That growing up with her.
And can you tell her one thing about this journey and come back to?
I think it's about not comparing, I think. That's what I've been trying to do a lot is, taking the trauma and what has happened and what we've healed and grown from and not applying that to future relationships and present circumstances. It's about, being able to say, like, that did happen, but I don't have to constantly be watching out for that to show up again.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These single mothers who, and I'm not saying that single mothers should just pick random men, right? Or shitty men to be in their children's life, but like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't think that boy had a good male figure. Single mom kid. Yeah. I don't think that boy had a good male figure in his life. I really don't. He doesn't seem like he.
What was the breakup? Why is it such a...
It was an amazing relationship. We were married for almost 14 years, together for longer than that. And it was untreated mental illness that became impossible for us to continue to live. A combination of addiction, which turned into homelessness and a roller coaster of years of chaos that we just had to heal from and learn how to let that be a part of our lives, but not get stuck in the moment.
Right. There's a difference. I wonder, is there a difference for you between an experience like this that is nobody's wanting? It's not something you wanted. It's not something your husband wanted.
Correct.
Versus a relationship that ended because of something that was done between the people.
Yeah.
Right? So if you've been hurt, betrayed, abandoned, rejected, lied to, whatever, then the question about how do I trust myself is a very different kind of question than if your partner got sick. There was nothing done to you.
Yeah.
You lived with the consequences of a lot of things that happened to him, and you did. But it's not like I'm looking around because trust was broken. He was...
Which makes it stupid, right? I agree. It's like he got sick. So it ended badly. Okay. You said mental illness. You literally out of your mouth, he said he was amazing. He was amazing. You were with him for years. He got sick. He didn't cheat on you. He didn't betray you. He didn't beat you. He didn't do anything. He got mentally ill. Don't date men that made me mentally ill. It's like, what do you... It's like, It's like kind of like you wasted so many years and not gained no experience, and now you want to come back into the dating market where it's harder than ever before. You gained no experience. You wasted years of your life. And in my opinion, right, I'm not saying that you should lightly pick a man to enter your child's life, but this is the problem. A woman should not do it all. Again, be very select. I mean, great that it's not a girl, but you have a boy. You have a boy. You should have had the best man you can pick, right? Have discernment. Pick a good man to help raise your child. Right? He needs. I'm sorry. Look at him. He needs male influence. He wasted the years that this young man needed that male influence. You took that away from him, right? I'm not saying the part where his father is mentally ill, understandable, but he could have had other strong male influence if you had good discernment. Picking a good male figure to enter his life would have been a benefit to him and to you. You wasted years of your life raising a kid. Great. I'm not saying that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that. But wanting to enter back into the dating market, I'm sorry. You think it's going to be easier? Now it's going to give you more trauma. You're going to actually have trauma entering the dating market now.
It's ill.
Yeah, I think I can see that now, but there have been so many years that I lived with a lot of shame and secrecy because I felt like I made a bad choice. And I felt like, how did I live like this and not see it and then extract myself from it and then protect my son and raise him and just try to create this bubble. And now
now you succeeded.
Yes.
And now you have...
I don't know what the heck I'm doing now.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Trust is Rachel Butzman, who is a trust researcher, says that trust is an...
I would point to the other woman who has all these amazing friends, right? And can't find a man that can compare. Be like her. Find friends, right? I would say that you, right, who you can't find a perfect man, look in the mirror, right? She's your mirror. Right? She's your mirror. Be single for the rest of your life. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be blunt with you. I'm going to be honest with you. All right. One, she's insane for entering the dating market now. You wasted this. I said this before, right? This is the problem with so many women. You have terrible timing, right? You do not know how to plan shit out. I'm gonna hyperbole it, right? She looks like she's in her mid 40s, right? You think you'll find a man tomorrow? No, right? You think you'll find a man maybe in 2 years? Probably not, right? Shit takes time. So right now you gotta think. You hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, you're 45. You're probably not gonna find a man. Let's say 2 years, right? Maybe it takes you 2 years to find a man, or maybe because again, it might be harder, right? So maybe it takes you 3 years to find a man. So now you're 48. You're 48, almost 50, and now trying to find a man. Oh, right? Did it work? Right? Probably not. You just wasted 3 years finding that one man at 40. Now you're 48. That one didn't work, right? You spent 2 years with him or whatever. So now you're 48, back in the dating market. So now what? You're going to spend another 2 years finding a man, right? Oh, you're going to waste another 2 years on a man. Now you're 50. The thing where I said, if you did it, let's say hypothetically, when you were, she said, again, her kid is in college now, right? So she waited probably 14 years or so. 14 years, right? You should have, this is a problem, right? Time is so precious. So you wasted that time. You wasted 14 years of dating market experience, right? How about, let's say hypothetically, that 14 years, maybe it took you 10 years to find the perfect man for you. 10 years, right? 10 years of trial and error to find that perfect man for you. And you would have had a man right there. Now think about this. Now you're in your, hypothetically, you're 45. Now it's going to take another 10 years, maybe. It's like, it's timing. This is why a lot of times we say, when you're in your 20s, the best time, that's when you should find a man, right? That's when you should focus on finding a man. Because we also think, a lot of us, right? A lot of us in the manosphere play red pill, we think about logically. You're not going to find a man tomorrow, right? And it's going to take time to find a man. It's going to take time to find the right man. It's going to take time to go through relationships, right? To see if this man is fit for you, right? It's not like women found a man like, oh, you know what? I'm going to be in a 2-month relationship with him and then go to the next man. No, shit happens like in a couple years. It's timing.
Confident engagement with the unknown. This is where you're going. You're leaving a phase that has been very known, that you became very masterful about, that you made lots of very responsible decisions about. And now you have the opportunity to have a leap into the unknown, to discover you, to reconnect with parts of you that have been dormant. That doesn't just mean men and dates. That means just new people as a whole, new activities, new interest, whatever, everything that you couldn't really go for because you needed a very stable fortress.
Mm-hmm.
And now you open the door of the fortress and you walk. And then it's an adventure. Yes, that breathe, do it again. You can all do it with her.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this, and, and it opens. It's an opening of everything that you held tight together because things were so unsafe and unpredictable and run by mental illness. That is a world of its own.
Yeah.
And you don't have to tell that to every person you meet. Your first date doesn't have to be the whole saga.
Well, I did go on one date
And?
when he was growing up, and he was a lovely man. I think he's married now. And he began to tell me his divorce story, and he said, so what's your divorce story? And at the moment, my ex was literally on the streets of New York City, and I just like, I don't talk about it. And so after that one date, I was like, well, I guess I don't date because I can't talk about it.
No, I date and I decide when I'm ready to tell stories of my life that demand knowing a person, feeling more comfortable with them, having a sense of who they are, and deciding if this is the part of my life that I want to tell. There's a lot of parts of your life.
Sure.
Just choose the others.
You're right.
You don't have to tell, no, that is a terrible first date. Your divorce story.
Terrible.
Where is your imagination? There's zero creativity.
Is it? I mean, is it terrible? It may be a bit extreme. It may be a bit too, whatchamacallit? It might be too heavy. Maybe it's too heavy, but let's be honest. She probably, I mean, looking at her age, she probably was dating a man in his 30s, right? Or she was dating in her 30s. Are you kidding me? Is it that terrible to get to know people? Like, it's like, this is a thing where you're not children, right? You're not 20. You're not 20. You're probably in your 30s or 40s. Let's be honest. Have some maturity. Some maturity. I mean, like, come on. Let's talk about serious shit. This is the problem with so many women. Talk about serious shit. Things that were your past. This is the thing. Past matters, right? It matters. How you react to it, how you dealt with it, the things that, that you did wrong, the things that you dealt, the things that you don't want to do again. It's like, it matters. First date, get to know, dive in deep right away. I said this, right? Put out your standards right away. Stop wasting fucking time. Date with maturity, right? Stop it. You're wasting time.
Is that supposed to turn on somebody?
Yeah.
It's like, seriously. It's not the point is fucking, you're not children. Turn on someone. The point is getting to know people. I'm sorry. This is another problem. Excitement, butterflies, it's like fire. Come on. I'm sorry. This is the problem. Oh, it's boring, exciting. It's like, bitch, it's like, we're not children. I mean, do you find me attractive? I find you attractive. Let's get to know each other. Do we have hobbies? Do we have commonalities? What's your values? What's your principles? What's your nose and yes? Yes, exactly. Grow up. Like, seriously, we're not kids. Let's talk about serious shit. Like, are we kids? It's like, it's like, what the hell are you doing? This is why I said women are chaos agents. We're not. It's like, are we gonna like talk about hot shit and like get into our pants tonight? Right? Am I gonna get in your pants tonight? Are we gonna get wild and shit? Come on. We're grown-ups, not children. It's like I'm tired of this shit, right? With a lot of women thinking like, let's be like romance movies. Bitch, it's fucking fake. Right? It's like, it's a movie, it's entertainment. Wake up.
It's like, what a weird thing.
Well, that is such, I could see you having the aha moment because you think, oh, I'm supposed to tell my story. He's going to tell me his story. And I just saw you have the aha. I don't have to tell that
Actually,
story.
if somebody tells you their soap story on the first date, that would be a reason not to see them again.
Exactly.
What is that?
Yes, thank you.
So
So if they told you their past, it should not be a reason to to be with them. Okay. And then you wonder why, right? Like that girl, right? This girl saying that, oh, you know what? All these men lied to me. You know, all these men aren't true, right? All these men weren't truthful. Then you wonder why you later on you found out he was married and divorced and all that shit, or he has multiple kids and you didn't know before. Ain't that something? Now you know why men omit shit. Why does he need to go serious, right? Let's just keep it fucking light. All right, let's keep it fun. All right, I'm sorry, this old ass woman who's a therapist or whatever. It's stupid. What are you, fucking 20? It's like, now you wonder why the Chads, the Tyrones, the players, they omit shit. They're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to tell you how, you know what, they cheated on their last girlfriend, right? They didn't tell you that shit. Or they fucking abused their last girlfriend. They didn't tell you that. Or they have a baby mom. They ain't telling you that. They ain't telling you that. Why did they tell you that, right? Why tell you that? Why go with a man that was truthful, right? Why go with a man that's, you know what, he's telling you about his past. He's telling you about his struggles, right? The things he's gone through. The red flags he's dealt with, right? The situations, the bad situations he's dealt with, right? The hurdles he has gone through. Surprised he's telling you that shit, right? He's telling you something deeper instead of fucking, I don't know, what fucking wine you like, right? This is so stupid shit. When a woman says to me, past doesn't matter, I always go, oh, good, because a few years ago, I hired an escort for a weekend. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. My past, I had a lot of escorts, right? Doesn't matter my past. I cheated, I abused, I lied, right? Doesn't matter, right? A man that's upfront with you, telling you about his hardships, telling you about the things he's dealt with. That's a man that's a red flag. But a man that, you know, doesn't tell you that don't lies to you or just omit shit, right? Omit shit, right? He's not telling you everything. He's not telling you, you know, the divorce he had. He's not telling you he ever been married. He's omitting things. That's fine. Stupid.
Well, we can see sitting here with you today, this has been such a wonderful, engaging conversation. Hasn't the way mating in captivity is now celebrated?
Women are ridiculous. Women are utterly ridiculous. I mean, like, I'm not saying that she didn't make some good points. She did. But at the end of the day, she's still a woman. I mean, like, here's the thing, right? I don't really care for therapists. I don't really care for therapists because honestly, I think that, let me check something. I want to check something. Okay. I want to see her her relationship status. She's married, which is cool. That's great. But I just sometimes I question therapists, right? I don't. She has, like I said, right? She has her education, she has her history, she has her experience. So, it is, that's fine with her, right? But why a lot of times I find fault in
Rating its 20th anniversary.
fault in a lot of these these therapists is that their logic is more feeling based than actually logical, right? It's just my opinion, right? It doesn't sound logical, right? It doesn't, right? It sounds more fanciful, right? Just emotion based, right? It's just how you feel. It doesn't make sense, right? When you think about it. Now you feel it, right? You feel it. Okay, I guess there's some sense to that, but not really, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, I'm a nobody, right? I don't have no education in it. I'm not like have degrees in it. I don't have like mad experience. I'm just like, does that make sense to me? It doesn't, right? It doesn't. That's me. So that's why I preference that. So it's like, take it for what you is, right? She has a career in it, so she must be doing well. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna say that she's terrible or anything. I just don't find the logic in the shit she's saying. So I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not crazy about it. But yes, guys, that is it. I love you. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. Okay. All music by this amazing producer, right? Check him out, right? Check him out on YouTube. I love him. Evil Eddie, I love you, my brother. Big Bars, thank you for being here. Dizzy was here. Laughing Man was here. Justin was here. I think that's it. Self-Made was here. I love you, my brother. Sean was here. Organic, Omni. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I love you. Okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. You guys are amazing. Play out the music by Evil Eddie.
Stand up tall, never back down. Queen of my world, I wear the crown. High heels stomping on the floor, built myself up, now I want more. Big dreams burning in my chest, I keep moving, never settle for less. People talk, but
this is for my feminist men out there. This is all for my feminist men.
No fear left, no disguise. You can see it in my eyes. I'm a strong woman. Hear my voice. I make my future. I make my choice. Don't need no man to tell me what to do. I run this life and I see it through. Stand up tall, never back down.
For my feminist men out there.
Hands up high to the midnight sky. No fear left and no need to hide. I got power running through my veins. Can't hold me down, can't break these chains. I walk through storms alone at night. Found my soul and learned to fight. No prince coming, that's alright. I became my own damn light. She works hard, she stands tall. She keeps moving through it all. No permission, no control. Independent.
I love you guys. Hope you guys have a good night. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Please check out my other videos. I love you. Later, guys.